Hello once again and welcome to the Rapid Solution channel, where I show you very useful tips and tricks that makes your programming in VBA very exciting. I'm Raphael Adeyemo. I'm very much excited to start this introduction to programming in VBA series with you, and I have titled it Excel for Productivity. This series is a must-watch tutorial for anyone who wants to learn VBA as a programming language. Make sure to watch this tutorial to the end to know the topics that I'll be covering in this series. If you want a one-on-one VBA Excel training session, feel free to contact me by the links that I'll be providing in the description below. You can also support me to continue to produce such educative tutorials for you by buying me a coffee or joining my Patreon community, and also you can send your donations through the PayPal link that I will leave in the description below. Thank you very much. Before I introduce the topics that we'll be covering in this series, let me ask you this very important question, and the question is, why do you want to learn VBA as a programming language and not any other programming language? Here are some few reasons why I think learning VBA as a programming language is important. There is no doubt that Excel is widely used in carrying out daily business activities. If you work in a corporate institution where you deal with a lot of data, you'll probably be using Excel or any other spreadsheet application for that purpose. Your knowledge in VBA can help you to automate most of the tasks that you do every day, and not only will it increase productivity, but it will save you time and also result in high performance. So you see that learning VBA is required for anyone who wants to excel in whatever field that they are in. Let's look at this other scenario. As you interact with ICT tools, for example, the smartphone, the television set, the radio set, the remote control, and other gadgets in your everyday life, you are telling that device to carry out a particular task or job for you. You can only do so in a language that the device you are using understand. Just as you would communicate with your friends, your colleagues at work, the seller at the market, the student at school, or all those of you who are watching this tutorial now. I really do appreciate you. Thank you very much. I can communicate easily and effectively with you because you understand the language that I'm speaking, or probably you speak the same language too. The process of telling the computer what you want it to do for you in a language that the computer understands is what is known as computer programming. Just as you can communicate in whatever language that you understand at home, school, office, and in your everyday life, you can also use English-like statements to tell the computer what you want it to do for you. Let's take a closer look at these few lines of code written in VBA. You can easily read it out. Deem WB as workbook, then save WB. For each WB in workbooks, if WB name is equal to this workbook name, then WB.close save changes equals true. And if next WB, this workbook.close save changes equal true. You can see from the example here, most of the code that is written in VBA uses English-like statements. The use of these English-like statements in programming falls into the category of high-level programming language called VBA. This high-level programming language is mostly used by Microsoft Corporation. VBA enables you to use this English-like statement to write instructions for the computer or create software that the computer can use to carry out instructions or tasks that you give to it. Therefore, VBA is easy to learn, and it has a friendly user interface that makes your designing very easy and exciting. For instance, you can just drag and drop the controls on the interface when you are creating a custom application or program. VBA also allows you to make Excel to behave the way that you want it to by changing most of its functionalities. You can also write a simple macro in VBA that will automate most of the tasks that you perform in your everyday life when you use Excel. Furthermore, you can also use VBA to create complete powerful programs powered by Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, and a host of other Microsoft Office applications. For example, you can create software such as school management system, banking application, hotel management system, inventory management system, sport betting app, logistic management system, and a lot more. Most of the business applications that I have created, I created them using Excel VBA as the programming language. I hope that by the time you complete this Excel for Productivity series with me, you'd be able to create your own custom application and sell it to make more money. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please do so now. Also like and share this tutorial to help others to become more productive as they learn VBA as a programming language with me. Here are the topics that we'll be treating in this series. The first topic will be Introduction to VBA or VBA Basics. We will look at the Developer tab. We will look at how to record and also create a macro. We will also look at how to enable macros and then also protect a macro. Then we'll go on to debugging macros and then error handling, how we can handle errors when they arise in our macros. Then I will introduce you to a model and what a model is, and then a class model, and then finally we will look at the user form. The next major topic would be the user form. We will look at the property window of the user form, the project windows, the menu, the control, the message box, and then we will also look at the user form with multiple pages. Then we move on to the next topic, which will be the VBA controls. We will look at the text box control, the list box control, the combo box control, the checkbox, the option button, and then the spin button. Then the next topic will be the sub and then a function, what a sub is, and then what if we'll look at what a sub is and then what a function is, and then we'll start by learning how to write our VBA code. We'll look at the user defined function, a custom function, a volatile function, and then the by ref and then by var. The next thing we'll look at is VBA variables. Then we'll look at the option explicit variable, the variable scope, the life of a variable, and then type mismatch. So we'll then look at how to write statements in VBA, and then the first thing we'll look at is the if then and else conditions. We'll look at logical operators and then the mode operators. Then we will look at VBA loop. We will learn how and when we can use the do while loop and then do until loop. Then we'll move on to the next topic, which will be VBA range. We will learn about the dynamic range, the offset, the resize, and then entire rows and column. Then we'll move on to learn about an array, what a dynamic array is. Then we'll also look at the size of an array and then array as a function. There will be lots of practical examples for you to learn from, to learn these topics one after the other. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do so and press on the notification bell so that you'll be notified immediately whenever I release a new tutorial in this series. Thank you for watching and bye bye for now.